Okay, welcome to chapter 3. This is one of the more difficult chapters in the book. It's about rational choice theory. Rational choice theory basically makes assumptions about people's behaviors and then tries to use those assumptions to lead to predictions about what people are going to do. When we're talking about voting and turnout, Downs in 1957 said that rational choice theory will lead to median voter theory. This means that the political parties have a rational incentive to try and win the median voter, to try and steal the ideological space in the center to guarantee that they get 50% plus one. They need that median voter to ensure that they win the election. This is this is assuming that there are two parties in a system. When there is the possibility of a third party entering, then we will break from the median voter theory. This also falls apart if there's not a single ideological spectrum. So, if there are numerous, what do I want to call these? If there are numerous political issues being considered by the voting populace, and it's not a single ideological spectrum, then the median voter theorem sort of falls apart. But for the most part, the assumptions say that the political parties have an incentive to try and capture the median voter, the one in the very center, to guarantee electoral success. The book also talks about valence issue. A valence issue is an issue where everyone agrees. So this would be like, you know, we want to reduce crime, right? Both Republicans and Democrats, no matter who you are politically, you want to reduce crime, right? And everyone is claiming that they're going to reduce crime. They may be claiming that they'll do it in different ways, but there are a lot of valence issues, right? We want to keep inflation low. We want world peace. We want to reduce crime. We want to minimize the number of abortions in our society. We want to minimize murders, right? All of these things are valence issues. So when there's a valence issue, the median voter theory is a little bit less useful. And at this point, voters are looking at the competency of their political leaders or their political trust in a party. They shift their attitudes to try and maximize their own utility function. Information is also important, right? If voters don't have information on the differences between political parties or politicians or candidate platforms, their votes will tend to be just random. So you'll sort of get a break from the predictions of the models when people are generally uninformed, which people are generally uninformed. So this is one of the weaknesses of the rational choice model. When information is lacking, this also leads to the political party as one of the main distributors of information, campaigning, and sort of going door to door and talking to individual voters, and stump speeches and the rest become very important in distributing information to the political system and to voters, to tell them sort of where you are on the ideological spectrum and where you are relative to your rival. This lack of information also has been shown to lead to an increase in the sort of negative ads, where you attack your opponent and try to make them look a lot more extremist. And this is to try yet again, to capture the median voter by trying to portray your rival as extreme or far away from sort of the median voter, right? Finally, voting is irrational under most of the auspices of rational choice theory. This is because in the utility function, there's very little chance that your individual vote will affect the outcome of an election. And because it's so minimal, so unlikely that you will affect the outcome, that it becomes a lot more expensive to vote. It becomes less. It becomes less likely that you will vote because you're not going to affect the outcome. This also ties into sort of rational ignorance. Some of the rational choice theorists say that voters are rationally ignorant, that they don't have an incentive to constantly update their political information. It is costly to try and constantly update your political information and to be sort of abreast of politics every day. And to keep up with the parties and the platforms and the individual politicians and what they're saying and where they are on the ideological spectrum and what issues they back. So it's not only irrational to vote, it is also irrational to be informed according to rational choice theory. So that's all I've got. Be sure to read the chapter carefully, and I'll see you for the next one. Have a great day.